Hi, it's Nine75 and welcome to Elite Dangerous on the Legacy version on Xbox. And today, I have a silly fight that I got into with Salfish the One and his apprentice, and I was in my Corvette. This is my Corvette that I've been getting into the habit of going over to Seoul to check it out before I then go back in my pirate ship, just to see if FOD's there, because FOD will attack me. There is actually there's a couple of quirky things with this ship, and this was a frustrating situation because I'm up against two faster ships in a ship that's like no good against them. It's not fully complete yet. I'm still planning to do different things with the weapons. This is my PvE vet that I'm slowly turning into a PvP vet. And at the moment I'm using two ECMs, and my shields aren't the strongest because obviously I'm slightly down on boosters for the ECMs, but the ECMs are for a very specific purpose. And I ended up in this fight with two ships, and oddly they did keep ramming, which is a really odd choice against me. Now B-Hawk's fan has just gone into Super Cruise to get her shields back, and she'll be soon back down here. Salfish is now 1v1 against me for a while, but yeah, that soon changes. I actually I've been trying to work out the best way to sort of use triggers for the ECMs. They're quite actually, after this fight I hit upon a better method for utilizing the triggers on them, but in this fight something happened that made me glad that I record Elite Dangerous and have an Elgato that records separately to my PC. Certain things happen in Elite Dangerous that's not always clear what happened, and thanks to the Xbox you can record what happened to you, or at least for a limited period of time. But being I record via an Elgato, I can record for a much longer period of time, thus bringing you ridiculously long fights like this. This full fight was ages. As you can see from the damage on people, I brought you the tail end of the fight when my shields were getting low. I was going mainly after B-Hawk's fan because out of the two of them, B-Hawk's fan is the weakest, and also Salfish is way more deadly when you're targeting him. Seemingly, he has much better hit percentage of his plasmax when you're targeting him. When you're going after someone else in the fight, he tends to not be as accurate. Though hitting this is not really a challenge because it is, a humongous ship. And I'm not the most tricksy of pilots, it's got to be said, especially in this thing. Yeah, I am planning to switch this build out a bit and change it from a PvE build into more of a PvP orientated higher DPS build. As much as I like the phasing, I've already got enough phasing ships, I don't need another phasing laser ship. I'm thinking of some mix of plasmas and railguns to up the DPS, with obviously some low draw stuff on there as well, because you can't challenge the distro too much. The distro is not the most amazing. Now I'm going to switch now to Salfish's view of what happened from his point of view at the end of this fight. So as you can see, I'm flying after B-Hawks, just my turret is shooting, and Salfish is right up behind me, shooting me with plasmax. This is the joy of the 2v1 situation, is one runs away while the other gets in close and shoots from behind. And that is the eternal struggle. Now, my movement seems a little bit off. I don't seem to be quite moving right, and yeah, I think Salfish is aware at this point that something odd is happening, just by the way the pulse laser is shooting, and the ship just seems to be just drifting around in a circle. It's not quite the same as a log, it's just off. And as you see, B-Hawks is a long way away now, 35k away, so, and then my ship vanishes. Now, that's what happened on their screen, and you can see I've already messaged saying de-instance when we cut off from Salfish's clip. This is what happened on my screen, is I'm chasing after B-Hawks, and Salfish is right behind me, and yeah, it was a de-instance. I think it was my internet that clicked out for a second because I got disconnected from party at the same time this happened. So I think I had a loss of internet, but not enough to completely throw me out of the game, just enough to make this happen. Afterwards, I flew back to my carrier, landed, and then reset my router. And by the time I got in party chat, the party had gone off to bed. So that was a bit rude of me, because they thought I'd just disappeared off. But as you can see, for me, I had the same issue, but from the other end. I had B-Hawks flying erratically. Then I think that's when the de-instance happened, that big lag spike. And then they vanished from me. And then I sent Selfish a message. And I didn't even realise at this point, Selfish is not visible behind me either. So there we go. Lucky I record everything, because it looks really, really dodgy.